Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Positivity League. What you're going to hear about today and watch comes from someone who has first-hand experience of playing very inconsistent, almost all the time, and it is mainly my own fault. Whenever I queue up to find a game, I enter the game with a mindset that I'm going to play safe this time. I'm going to read how they play, but most of the time, I freeze and I forget what I need to do to win more games. I have analyzed how I play, and maybe some of you will see something similar with your own playstyle, but to be honest, I hope you don't. Take a look at this situation. The kickoff is not that bad. It's not going straight up at least, and it's not an instant goal. As I head back, I do a move that I hereby call double jump with no meaning, DJ WNM. After that, I am watching my teammate as I drive, hoping for a pass where I can turn my car upside down and score an amazing goal. It turns out he wants to play to the corner, which actually sets me up pretty good. Of course I don't take good enough care of the ball and I miss. When I try to rotate, I had a plan of cutting in front of my opponent to buy some time, and it's almost perfect. When I'm at the wall, I see the boost just sitting there. I want that one, I often say to myself. But I realize I can't make it, so I head back, grabbing the boost in the corner. My plan is to take it slightly up the wall and hitting it way down the field. But I fail. Instead, my teammate wants to clear it. When he finally shows up, I jump too, but instead of hitting the ball, I'm hitting him into the ball. The opponent then grabs his or her chance and hits a perfect pass to the wall, where I believe I have a good chance of intercepting it right before they get to score. But when I try to go for the clear, I'm too slow and they score. These kind of situations are quite common for me. I try to do too much. It's not necessarily your opponent's or your teammates' fault that you lose games. You will get triggered and you will be provoked by someone. And sometimes it can be really hard to keep a good level of decency while playing. But in the end, your worst enemy is yourself. Since I don't really care about my rank, I often go straight into a rank game without any warm-up. Sometimes it works, but most of the time I play really bad after a few games. To avoid relegation and pissed off teammates, I try to do some training drills or drive around in free play before searching for a game. This also applies if I find myself in a slump. To win more games, you need to look at the bigger picture. Instead of focusing on scoring goals and doing flip resets, find your teammates, make sure they get involved in the game. You need to avoid getting tunnel vision. You need to experiment with the way you read the game and be open to change and learn from your mistakes. By being an egoistic player, you will most likely be a saboteur for your teammates. To stop being a saboteur, you need to listen to those around you, admit your mistakes, and develop a seeking attitude. You need to accept that your way of playing is not the best one for 2s and 3s. The best way to learn from your mistakes is to watch a replay of your latest match when you thought it was your teammate's fault that you lost. Sometimes you will find yourself in a situation where you see no progress. Trust me, I've been in that state for quite some time. Instead of focusing on your mistakes, try to find something you do well. If your clears are brilliant, focus on that. Or if you are a good passer, find your teammates and they will help you out. If you suffer from lack of self-esteem, find something within the game you do well and perfect that skill. Try to look for improvement in what you do and not to avoid doing mistakes. To quit goes hand in hand with lack of self-esteem. It's easy to say, I can't win this. and hit the forfeit button. Whenever a teammate wants to forfeit, I always get triggered. I love being an underdog, because when we win, it feels amazing. Find your inner motivation to prove your opponents wrong. What's their weakness? Try to change the tempo of the game. Make sure that you are the guys that applies pressure towards their goal, and you will see that they start to do mistakes themselves. And to finish off, hit that notification bell and subscribe if you want to, and like the video. But now, let's watch French Thousand Island.